Look, my broad view, really, Michael, is that the banking system has nowhere to go but printing. They screwed it up. In 2019, or at the end of 2019, the repo market, this is overnight lending rates, spiked to over 10%. And even my banker friend said, yeah, there's a problem in there. And then all of a sudden, we got coronavirus. And I think that was probably, if intentional, it was certainly used to do a lot of things with the market, give us a reason to hyperinflate the currency, which is what you typically do after a war or during a war.
Yep.
So maybe this was kind of the war event, so a 9/11 or whatever it is, to just go put money into the system. But I think the intent was, and I take these people at their word. I look at the World Economic Forum. I look at Klaus Schwab. I look at who's on the boards there. When they say the Great Reset and, you're not going to own anything and you'll love it, I take them at their word. They believe that. They can be maniacal, but they have these meetings. It's undeniable that all the central bankers are there and they're talking about this stuff. And I believe now, looking back, that President Trump saw this happening, saw what they were intending to do, which is crush the economy, but leave the big box stores open, leave the McDonald's fast food open, leave all of that stuff open. And, so you have total control, crush, to reset the money, whatever the plan was. And I think that President Trump said, you know what? We may lose 30% of people with some shitty product, but why don't I bribe these a-holes with hundreds of millions or billions of dollars, get their crazy ass vaccine out there, so at least we can bring the economy back.
Yeah.
There's no other reason, because you have a pandemic that should typically last 4 years before you even think about a vaccine.
Right.
We can't overlook what happened here, and then name it Operation Warp Speed and all this stuff. This is the stuff that I have time to look at. Like, well, I'm sure this shoddy product was not, which I think it is, was not intended. They just rolled with it. Like, holy crap, look at all this dough we can make. They're paying up front. Let's go. And of course they have their own agenda, and they don't want to stop, and everything's going to be a vaccine. And we have the COVID pill coming from Merck, and on and on and on and on. So I think they meant it, and they may not be done yet. They may still have something up their sleeve. I hear the cyber pandemic.